Hello, this is Kylie from Hello Crafter, and today I'm going to share with you how I created these cute treat holders. They are made using some of Stampin' Up's designer series paper and some coordinating cardstock. They have a velcro closure and they're big enough to fit in a couple of small chocolates or small gifts. And they don't take much in the way of supplies. They're very quick and fun to make, so they're perfect project for when you're having to mass produce little treats of some kind. And I absolutely love making them, so I'm going to share with you exactly what you need and exactly how you put these together. You're going to need some beautiful papers, coordinating cardstock, a trimmer to cut your papers, and something to score with, so you can either use your trimmer scoring blade, or you can use a specific scoring tool like the scoreboard. I've used Stampin' Up's Modern Oval Punch for the lid on this treat holder because it's the perfect width. The width of the oval is exact width of the treat holder itself. And also, of course, glue and your paper snips. We're starting with a piece of designer series paper. This one is Florals in Bloom by Stampin' Up. And you need to cut yourself a piece that measures 6 inches wide by 4 inches high. That is because my pattern has a direction, so I want it to be facing this way so that it is in the kind of landscape orientation. So it does mean as well that you could fit 6 of these out of one sheet of 12 by 12 designer series paper. So it's a really economical project if you've got lots to make. So I'm going to get my scoreboard and start scoring this. So I am going to start with the vertical score lines, and these are going to be at 1 3/4, 2 3/4, 4 1/2, and 5 1/2. And then we're going to rotate it clockwise 90 degrees because we want a 1 inch score line along the bottom of this piece of paper. So place it in that way so your pattern direction is this way, and do your 1 inch score line. So you created your 4 vertical score lines and 1 horizontal score line along the bottom. So this smaller section here is the tab for gluing, and then this will be the bottom, the base of your little treat box. And we need to do some cutting. So grab your snips and find that tab and cut away that little rectangle in the corner, like so. And I just kind of quite like to just snip off a little tiny wedge, little triangular wedge from that tab. Then find your vertical score lines from the bottom and just snip up to that horizontal score line. It's quite hard to see on this pattern paper, but just take your time. And you've got those 3 cuts there. And again, on these smaller tabs, if you take just a little wedge, triangular wedge out, you should find that it fits together a bit more neatly when you assemble it. So I've got those. You can use your bone folder just to make sure those creases are all nice and crisp, and then we need to glue it together. So how I like to do that is fold over this section here, and that reveals that tab, and put glue just on the tab there, and fold over the other side to join it so everything gets glued flat, and then you can pop it up. Fold down the side tab, the second side tab, one of these flaps, and then just put a little bit of glue on that last tab. And then what I like to do is take my fingers and pinch in the sides and give them a little press right at the top to give you that sort of carton shape, like that. Okay, then we take the oval punch and your coordinating cardstock, punch one of those out, and then you can fold this in half, and then this is going to get glued inside the back like that, just so that the fold of the oval is just visible. So this glue is great for this because you get a few seconds to reposition it exactly where you want it. So press that in and then press the sides back in, adjust if necessary, and give everything a good pinch so that it's glued in. Okay, now we need the velcro dots. Now you can get these quite easily online, and these are the smallest ones that I could find. They're about 10 millimeters. In inches, that's about 3/8 of an inch. And then they come in pairs, 2 different sides, sort of a male side and a female side if you like. So it doesn't matter which one you use. You take one of them and place it where you want it on the lid, like that. And then you take its pair and attach it to the upper part first of all. So that is sticky, it's self-adhesive. Pinch the box closed and fold over the lid. So now that Velcro dot is stuck to the paper. And you may just need to give it a good press down. It might take a minute or so for that glue to really attach itself to the card and the paper. So you don't want to fiddle about with it too much until it's fully set. But then you've got your lid right in the nice position to open and close. And then we just need to decorate. So I used my Pretty Florals stamp set and some inks and the die cuts to die cut these stamped flowers out and some leaves. But this paper is great because it's got all kinds of lovely little flowers that you can cut out and use as decoration. So I'm going to just cut out a few from the papers. Got some mini dimensionals here to attach my little flowers. So there you have the cutest little treat box, and you can fill it up and reuse it over and over again. I really enjoyed making these and I hope you enjoyed watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel so that I can keep inspiring you and sharing what I'm making. I would love that. So thanks again and see you soon. Bye bye.